All right. So here at American Pacific Mortgage, we'd like to say we have you covered. And we're doing a presentation on this so you could review it. Any questions on this? I'm here. I want to help. There's a lot of things that we can do here. And we like to be as much as that one-stop shop as we can, right? So here's me, Mike Belfor. I've been doing this 22 years. Aligned myself with American Pacific Mortgage in 2010, opened the first retail branch for this company, actually back in the Bay Area. Um, Grew year over year. My team and I have done incredibly well. We're ranked within the top 1% of mortgage originators in the nation, top 100. And really, our basis is just to help people, right? We want to just bless people with what we do and really just bring a heart into every client relationship that's long term. In fact, we have clients that I'm still in touch with, and they may not refinance or purchase another home if they have a 2% interest rate, and we've helped them acquire more wealth, but we still keep in touch with our clients. It's one thing that we're known on it is following up and making sure that we continuously encourage and just bless those relationships. They're so important to us. Um, so American Pacific Mortgage been around for, gosh, I believe 32 years now. The MO is to create experiences that matter. And so we, as a company, and of course my team especially understands the fact that we're here for the sake of the agents that we work with, our partners. We see it as we're here B2B for the sake of blessing and helping that client. So really at a glance, loan options that we have here. First time homebuyer products, government products, standard products, construction solutions, purchase tools, specialty products. So first time homebuyer products. We have down payment assistance loans nationwide. So we have not just here in California, Cali HFA, the Golden State Finance Authority, Shinoa, but we have a lot of various options which allow for your client to purchase a property with no money down. This would include, doing a loan, let's say conventional loan at 3%. Well, there are programs that give the grant money of 3% down, which is incredible. Something that we care about is helping those folks to get them low down payments and at times no down payment options, but we have to qualify them. And that's part of what we do. And, getting these particular things done is making sure that the client actually qualifies for the program, going over their budget, and making sure there's that ability to repay. So here are just some basic items on this. We have, the National Down Payment Assistance Program generally are mortgages up to 4%, the purchase price or appraised value, whichever is lesser. And then it would be similar to the FHE, My Place, or Springboard ownership. Uh, FHA loan is usually required, but there are some conventional loan limits. And then there are some programs that are, yes, repayable, meaning if you're to sell or refinance a property, you have to pay back, or forgivable. There are loan programs that are available that if you have a property and you don't do anything for 5 years, the loan actually forgives itself, or the grant does. So Shinoa Fund, 3.5%, right? Works with home ready or conventional mortgages. Funds cover down payment, closing costs, or both, and can fund up to 100% cash to close. Minimum 660 credit score, and then within reach is an FHA loan with no minimum down payment required. Loans are based on FHA state county limits and available nationwide except for in the state of New York. So click and close Smart Buy National Down Payment Assistance. This program combines a 30-year FHA or USDA first mortgage with a second lien that provides down payment assistance that can be used towards a down payment, closing costs, or to buy down the interest rates. So this would be, of course, as I mentioned, the 5% though for assistance, flexible options, 5-year forgivable or 10-year repayable second lien, minimum 660 credit score. And it's available nationwide, which is great. So another big thing on this one is it doesn't require you to be a first-time home buyer or there's not income restrictions. So that's some good highlights there. And so that would allow you to move into the home faster with upfront assistance. And you could choose between forgivable or repayable assistance and no additional income limits outside of standard loan guidelines. So this again, open to first time and repeat buyers. Pretty exciting program in itself. Pathway down payment assistance, FHA 30-year fixed, you could choose 3.5 or 5% assistance. Assistance is 10-year fixed rate loan, just 2% higher than the main loan. Credit scores as low as 580, and there is, again, no income or first-time homebuyer restriction. So it's an affordable way to cover upfront costs. Funds could cover down payment, closing costs, or rate buydown, and helps buyers with lower credit, expands options, and gives them more options, which is great. The 1% home, you could buy a property with just 1% down. We would then add a 2% grant, giving you 3% equity at closing. Product highlights: buyer contributes just 1%. Our company provides 2%. And that would allow for up to 3% equity at closing. And this would be for first time or repeat buyers, credit scores down to 620. So a lot of great things here to start with: instant equity in your home. You can buy with very little money out of pocket, combined with other programs for even more help. And there's no waiting to save for that large down payment and no prepayment penalty. Community lending, this program supports community by lowering costs for buyers in designated areas. There's a lot of them in California, for example. We see them throughout Oakland, parts of Napa. We see them in Solano County, um, in parts of Alameda County, Contra Costa County. We're seeing them really a lot of places throughout the state, of course, in the Bay Area and parts of Los Angeles as well. So reduce interest rates in specific areas as little as 3% down, can combine with grants or other assistance programs. FHA, VA, and other loan types are available and for primary homes only. Now, the borrower advantages: pay less when buying in certain communities, access to affordable financing sooner, meaning interest rates tend to be lower than the going rate that's being available or that is available then, and you can build wealth by investing in your neighborhood. Home Ready and Home Possible, these are also low down payment loans. Product highlights: 3% down. Mortgage insurance may be eligible at 20% equity. Flexible sources for down payment. It could be like family gifts. There's down payment programs available. Non-occupying co-borrowers are allowed with this, and income must be within 80% of the area median income. And pricing, again, interest rates may be better. You may get better pricing, better or cheaper mortgage insurance as well, right? So it's a great option for families or buyers with limited income. So here are government products. So VA home loans were actually ranked within the top 5 of VA home loan lenders in the nation. So one of the best ways for active duty military and eligible surviving spouses, as well as veterans, to make home ownership easier and more affordable. So this is great because there's no down payment required. There is no mortgage insurance. The interest rates are incredibly competitive. And then the VA funding fee, if there is one, may be waived in certain cases and is available for primary residences with credit scores as low as 580. So they save thousands with no mortgage insurance. Buy with zero down, and the veteran could reuse their VA benefit. So the qualification is actually a lot easier for this program if you compare it to like a down payment assistance program or FHA home loan, for example. It's a great program for those who qualify and served our country. There are reverse mortgages available with our company for homeowners 62 or older. I have a full presentation on this, but some highlights here is available for purchase refinance. Borrower keeps home ownership, no monthly mortgage insurance or mortgage payments, required, and proceeds typically are tax-free and debt does not pass to heirs. So advantages would be access equity for income, debt payoff for a new home, stay in your home with no monthly mortgage payment, create peace of mind during retirement is one of the main reasons why most folks will look at reverse mortgage. So more government products would be FHA home loans or USDA home loans. FHA rates tend to be quite a bit better than conventional rates in this market. It's a little as 3.5% down. You could do a loan in some counties throughout California up to 1.2 million, which means you're buying your property for 1.25, putting roughly $50,000 down. It does allow for gifts or down payment funds, down payment assistance programs as well. Seller could help with closing costs. You get up to 6% of a seller credit. It's not limited to first-time home buyers. There are streamlined refinance options available, and there are flexible credit guidelines, meaning if you're putting 3% down and you have a 620 credit score, your rate's not going to jump as if it would with a conventional mortgage. So that's kind of nice with that. Similarly, with USDA loans in rural areas, it allows for a 580 credit score. There are income limits, and it is backed by the U.S. Department of Agriculture. So standard products, these are just a standard loan program. So we have the Star Loan Program, which offers benefits to teachers, law enforcement, first responders, nurses with incentives and reduced fees. It's our way of saying thank you. So we give credits for underwriting and processing fees. We compare with down payment assistance programs or lender paid mortgage insurance options. It's available for FHA, VA, or conventional home loans. And it's just a way, again, to thank those that serve us in our communities. There are doctor loans available, so it's up to 100% financing. The loan amounts up to 2.5 million. No mortgage insurance required. And expects or accepts part of employment contracts as proof of income rather than waiting for the actual paycheck, if you will, if they start working for either a larger hospital or a practice. So advantages here, of course, buy a home sooner, even with student loan debt, access higher loan amounts with less savings, get mortgage insurance for lower monthly payments, and it's great for residents, new doctors, or established professionals. Jumbo loans. We have a lot available here. So that would include loan amounts up to 10 million, options for as little as 10% down. Fixed arm interest only options are available. Credit scores as low as 660. Primary, second home, and investment properties are available for this. And so we could use gifts or stock income towards down payment. There are split mortgage options that may lower monthly payments, and a wide variety of programs for unique needs. So any questions on these, let me know. We have quite a few investors, including some of the larger banks or financial institutions, is what we call our secondary, to ensure that we have the most aggressive price and aggressive underwriting guidelines possible. Conventional home loans are the most common home loan, of course. It's great for buyers with strong credit and steady income. The down payment here is as low as 3%. There's no mortgage insurance if you put 20% down, or mortgage insurance can be removed once you reach 20% equity. Available for primary, secondary, or investment homes. It allows for credit scores as low as 620. Of course, we have manufactured home loans. We actually can broker to those that are buying in a mobile home lot as well. But if you're just doing a standard manufactured home and you own the real estate it's on, that's the preference there. It allows for FHA, VA, or conventional loans. That's not the manufactured or mobile home product. That's in the mobile home park. So again, manufactured home is if a manufactured or prefab home that's actually tied to the foundation of a property and comes with a real estate as well with a permanent foundation. This is that product. It's an affordable path to home ownership, similar features to site-built homes. There's a lot of loan choices for these particular programs and expanded options for them as well. Condos, credit score as low as 580. Primary, second home, and investment condos are available. Of course, if it's a second home or investment property, usually about 10 to 20% down. But you can do 97% loan to value if it's owner occupied. And we do have programs for non-warrantable condos as well. So construction solutions, believe it or not, we have construction financing up to 95% loan to value, 660 minimum credit score, secure lock rate up to 365 days. And then it basically finance the property at 95% loan to value. However, if you buy the land beforehand, that could count as down payment. That could count as that 5%. So it's a great way to find a property and secure the construction or build of that property itself. So we have Builder Advantage. So we also have programs for those that are looking for new construction, extended rate locks, keys on time closing guarantee, preferred pricing, and priority processing. A lot available for what we call our Builder Advantage program. Home renovation is yet another program where if you were to find a property and want to do renovation work to the property, whether it be a purchase or refinance, there are several options available for that, which could work for 1 to 4 unit homes, condos, or townhomes. And really, you'd buy the property in right location. If it needs work, we'd be able to finance those improvements and repairs easily, and we would be able to create the home you want without separate financing with this. You could do it alongside a purchase or a refinance. So purchase tools. Some more tools here for you. Secure lock. You can lock in your interest rate before buying a property up to a year for new construction or 180 days for existing home purchase. So basically, if you're looking for resale property, up to 6 months. So rates go up, your rate stays the same. Rates drop, you could relock lower, right? So it allows you to shop confidently, knowing your rate is secure, protect yourself from raising rates, enjoy peace of mind during the buying process. Keys on time, of course, this is one thing that we pride ourselves with. We close in 12 and 14 days, but we are willing to actually pay the buyer or seller $2,000 if closing is delayed. So, of course, if it's something that is fault of the HOA or escrow, if the buyer or seller is unwilling to provide documentation, delays us. Those are the kind of those conditions, if you will, do that. But again, we are competitive. We like to close things quickly if we need to and help win that offer and win the property for that buyer and seller, creating that win-win type transaction. So temporary buy downs, of course, this is becoming more and more popular. It has become popular again. It's always been around, but the 2-1 buy down, I have presentations on this. And if you'd like a copy of that, simply send me a message. But if you have a property, let's say the interest rate today is 6.5, a 2-1 buy down would mean year one's at 5.5. If you do a 3-2-1, that means that year one is 4.5. So we go 4.5 year one, 5.5 year two, then back up to 6.5 today, if you will, with a 2-1 buy down or 3-2-1, we go as low as 3.5. So this is paid or could be paid by the seller, builder, or lender. It's available for conventional FHA and VA home loans, and it essentially allows lower monthly payments, free up cash for moving costs, furniture repairs, and then ease into a full mortgage payment gradually. Or if rates dip in the next 6 to 12 months, by the time we're recording this, we anticipate they may, allows you to refinance that. And we pay the cost of the refinance for the hard cost underwriting, processing, and escrow fee. So it's another benefit that we could provide to your home buyer. Bridge loans. So this is a question we get a lot. I have a full presentation on this. Let me know if you'd like that. I could send that out. Simply shoot me a message or text me, email. I'll get this out to you. But this is for essentially using the equity from your current home to purchase a new one. Options would include for properties that are under or not yet under contract. Loan amounts up to $2 million depending on the product. So of course, this would allow you to purchase a new home without waiting to sell the property, having a contingent to sell, right? Make stronger offers without contingencies. Smoothly transition between homes. So seller pre-lock, this isn't one that's incredibly important or has been really, I think, gaining a lot of acclaim, a lot of interest, and has been popular this last year, is the seller pre-lock. And this allows for sellers to attract more buyers by offering a forward lock discounted interest rate on their home listing. So basically, you have a property, you want to provide a discounted rate. So the seller would then secure that for the buyer of that new property. You would market that. And then, of course, the seller advantage would attract more buyers, avoid lowering that list price. And they would then, of course, they get to decide how much they'd like to contribute to get that rate to where it would be more attractive for the buyer. And then, of course, they keep more value in their own pocket for the value of that particular sale of property. So this is how it works. Again, a seller pays a non-refundable pre-lock fee, the American Pacific Mortgage, our company. To secure a forward lock with a discount rate starting for a future buyer, the buyer chooses which program to apply the discount to. Buyer applies with our company and leverages the forward locked rate. The home sells faster with financing surprises, and within 6 months, the seller then would use our company to finance the next purchase and receives a credit for pre-lock in escrow. Specialty products. We have a lot of these. Expanded income loans. So this would be for self-employed or unique income situations. There's a lot of things here. We call them non-qualified mortgages, so non-QM, and it allows us to qualify with bank statements, profit and loss statements, 1099s, or asset depletion. Loan amounts up to $4 million. Options for credit scores run across scenarios. I mean, it could vary. We see as low as 620, but it allows for flexible qualification without traditional tax returns, higher loan limits for more options. And it's great for entrepreneurs, gig workers, and investors. So again, bank statement loans, 12 to 24 months, bank statements are accepted. Loan amounts up to $4 million, up to 90% loan to value. We're using the bank statements to qualify them. We're not using tax returns if they're self-employed, and it allows for as low as a 600 minimum credit score. Expiring credit loans, this would include is basically qualifying 1 day after bankruptcy, foreclosure, or short sale. Loan amounts up to from 100 to $4 million. This would be fixed arm and interest only options, primary, second or investment properties are allowed for that program. Investment loans, this would be looking at like our debt service ratio programs, DSCR. Loan amounts up to 3 million, loan to value up to 85%. Single family homes, condos, and believe it or not, we could go up to 10 units on this. And so we could also use short-term rental income to help qualify. It's a great way for folks to essentially use the rental income of their property to qualify the purchase versus tax returns. That's how we do it. It would be through rental comparable sales that the appraiser would run, or rental agreements if they're available, if the property's already being rented out. And that would be what would qualify that acquisition itself. We want to have that mortgage payment be the same number of that rental income, if you will. So if you rent a property for 5,000, simple figures, ideally that mortgage payment would be 5,000 a month. Now there are exceptions to that, and we could go to 0.75 or in some cases no ratio with compensating factors. But it's a great way to acquire, you know, an investment property with limited documentation. And so, of course, here's kind of the scratch sheet on that, highlight sheet, if you will. Property highlights qualify based off the cash flow of the property. Loan amounts up to 3 million, 85% loan to value, no mortgage insurance, available for short-term and non-warrantable condos. So there are programs that we have for non-citizens or those under DACA or the foreign national I-10 products. So there are some options that we offer for that as well. So FHA conventional loan options for DACA, we have available second liens as low as 20% down, loan amounts up to 1.5, right? So there are various programs that are available that would help those that are qualified under an I-10 versus a social security number. Home equity lines of credit. This is really popular for a lot of folks these days, as most have interest rates are incredibly low and they want to access some of the equity. This is a great way to do it. So it allows for a credit line, leveraging that up to 750,000, depending on the loan to value of the property, which shouldn't exceed 80% if you're drawing cash from that property. Interest only payments during the draw period, 10-year draw, 20-year payment. It's available for primary, second home, and investment properties. So personal loans, we even have personal loans available from $5,000 to $100,000. There's no collateral required, fast funding, often under 48 hours. And it's a unique link that we have. If you want to find out more about that, simply shoot me a text. If you know somebody that could benefit from this, let me know. Happy to share that with you. Link loan, and this is another product which is for those who aren't mortgage ready yet but want the benefits of homeownership now. Minimum 600 credit score, 3.5% down payment required. It's available for single family home, condo, or townhomes. I-10 and DACA is eligible up to 5 acres, and you'd be able to start building equity if you don't have or don't qualify traditionally. Great for self-employed gig workers or new grads. Be able to gain tax benefits and stability of ownership sooner, a flexible option for unique buyers. So there's a lot that we could do here, but I want to share this presentation with you. If you want me to share it with your office, shoot me a message. You can reach me by call, text, email, or visit me online, social at mike.belfor. I want to just say thank you so much for taking the time to let me get through this with you, and thank you for watching it all. Any questions on any of this, or you want more detail or marketing collateral for any of these things, simply shoot me a message.